What's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Hades, and this will be our second playthrough on the new full release, so I'm very excited to get going. If you did not check out our previous playthrough, then definitely make a point of doing that, because I'm sure we will be referencing that many times this go-round.
If you every step to your right, Zagreus, then I will probably ignore you like the rest.
Oh.
Just warning you ahead of time, alright?
Thanks, Artemis, I guess. So this time round, I'm using the new Vids of MALPHON that we actually just unlocked. So we could get some critical strike chance and damage with our normal attack, or on our cast, or have some dash strike damage. I think this cast, that sounded pretty good here. Epic rarity, seems like the way to go. I also took the acorn from Eurycine. That is what we're going with here, which at the moment is only rank 1. We've not used it at all yet, apparently. And so what this does is it makes it so that when we are fighting bosses, we don't take damage for the first few hits. So it's kind of similar to the spear point that we were using in the previous run. Like I said, I am a big fan of said spear point. But for that reason, it seemed like a good way to do something similar, while getting it a little more powerful, because that spear point is rank 3 right now, so it's definitely in a better place at the moment. That, I was gonna say, was nowhere near the target. Technically our cast does home a little bit, but we still need to aim a little better than how we did there. Okay, and we'll take this. Oh, hammer. Not bad. Okay, so let's see what we find here. And with the fists, we are very quick, it seems, with our attacks, but it also seems as though we have very limited range. That means we're going to be in harm's way a fair bit, I think. It's a little bit concerning, in particular for bosses, when we're going to be taking some pretty big hits. So let's see what we find here, and, well, everything is going to have a scroll, because this is our first time with the fists here. So I believe we must have more than a 3-hit sequence for our attack combos at the moment, but this would increase the damage, so basically this is slowing things down, but making us hit harder, so doing a little bit less of what I was just talking about. Or, while using your attack or special, you are sturdy, meaning that we'll take less damage. That's tempting defensively, you know, if we were just saying we're going to be vulnerable when we're right up next to people doing our attacks, then this could be a way to build up those defenses. Or whenever your special slays foes, restore 2% HP. Ooh. That's very interesting. That would suggest that if we were able to make a point of speccing into as many special upgrades as possible, then this could be amazing for us. It's early in the run, so we don't have any special upgrades yet, but we certainly could make a point of doing that. So all these seem really good. I'm definitely leaning toward these two. I think this is the way to go, though.
Feels lighter than before.
As long as we can, in fact, pick up any special upgrades, which I'm assuming we will be able to. I saw you, Golden Urn, hiding over there in the corner. You can't elude us. Okay, so we can pick up either keys or gems. Let's just take a quick look here. We are on plenty of keys. Yeah, plenty. Gems, I suppose we have a reasonable amount of as well, so maybe neither one of these things is terribly urgent. Okay, but I think at the moment, at least, our cast is definitely still our strongest skill at the moment. As you can see there, we are one-shotting everyone. So that's fantastic. Excuse me, you were supposed to get one shot? How dare you not get one shot? There we go. So if we were to regenerate HP when taking people out with casts, that would have been ideal, but the search for a special awaits. This is not the best angle for fishing, not gonna lie, but we did still get a knucklehead. Nice. Okay. And another golden urn. Okay, so we're lucking out a little bit in that regard as well. Anything else hiding over here? Doesn't seem like it. So another Artemis room. Of course, that's the only boon that we have thus far. We're doing the hammer upgrade, yes. Oh.
Fountain chamber.
And it's a fountain chamber. I mean, we don't need it right now. We're on full HP, but sure.
Olympus, I accept this message.
And then here is an epic version of Artemis' special. Tidebreaker does have the scroll, so this is tempting. But at the same time, I mean, we did just say that getting a nice special is going to be the name of the game for us here. So I think This is almost exactly what, if not exactly what we were looking for. I mean, it's epic rarity and everything. So I think hard to pass that up. And if we do find that we have more Artemis appearances in the future, then we can make a point of picking up some of those scrolls. Then we have mini boss with the gems or a shop. How are we looking on coins right now? We have 161 obols, so we could perhaps purchase another boon, but I think it's close. That would be pretty much the only thing we'd be able to afford, so I'm not sure that's worth it. And there is the special, and yeah, that hit pretty darn hard, it seems. It's not super necessary when we're on full HP. Maybe we stick with the cast for the time being, because they have better range. Okay, let's not have that blow up in our face. There are the gems, and a well here. We went pretty aggressive on the well upgrades last time round because we were able to stack a bunch of attack damage. This time round, I mean, we don't need this. Arguably don't need this. The additional bloodstone would be helpful, but I think for the most part, we're taking people out with just one. So we can probably just save up the opals for the time being. And I don't think there's anything else in here. No more golden urns. Seemingly in every other room. Okay, but Dionysus next. And this is... oh no, not this guy. I just threw away all of our bloodstones there. If you could, like, stop teleporting right as I'm trying to hit you, that would be ideal. You get a backstab in there, which is nice. You are rather quick. And now there go all of our bloodstones. We should try to sneak in some specials, but of course hitting you with just about anything is tough here. Yep. Gotta kind of anticipate where you're gonna end up, and then attack very early. Okay. So now we certainly did take some damage there. I would stand by saying that I think that is far and away the most difficult enemy in Tartarus. So I think that now, getting the ability to restore some HP using our special, it's gonna be relevant. Not catastrophic damage, but still.
I'm not mistaken, I think you got yourself a bottle of ambrosia there. I had no idea you could get that stuff downstairs. Do me a solid, though. Hang on to any more you find, or better yet, give it away. I'd hate to think even a drop has gone to waste.
Alright. I do think we've stockpiled a fair amount, and wow, everything is epic rarity here. So we could have our attack inflict hangover, which I think is interesting, because we can stack up to 5 hangovers on each enemy, and we have fast attack, so we should be able to do that quite quickly. Drunken Dash is also very good, though. And all this stuff is good. After Party as well, if we're in bad shape, then we can get our HP back to at least 45% and then use our new special hammer upgrade to make it so that we can restore our HP that way. So all this stuff sounds great. Maybe we go with the dash, because I think for the most part, at least as things currently stand, we're going to want to be using a combination of casts and special. And so, I mean, of course, it'd be great if we could also have our attack be good, but maybe that's a little bit of a distraction from what we ought to be trying to focus on here.
It's him, Baldy.
What's up, Sisyphus? How's it going?
Prince, you've been gone for quite a while. Why, I heard tell you made it all the way outside.
This
And
is
I
true.
believed it for a while there, yet here you are. What happened, might I ask?
Yeah, see, that's a long, long story.
I made it out of here indeed, sir. I always said that I was leaving, but turns out there was good reason for me to come back. Not the least of which is visiting my friends from time to time.
Oh, I suppose that's a way to look at it as well.
Well, I am certainly delighted to hear that, so long as you achieved what you set out to do.
Uh,
But what brings
yeah,
you back again
I
this
suppose
way?
so.
More than a social visit, I presume.
You're right. I'm back because I'm leaving once again. Something I have to do if I get up there. Though I should be back before long either way, I guess.
Okay.
Going to try and make it out of here again and again, is it? Well, they say repetition is the key to mastery, Prince said.
And insanity,
Now,
but
here,
sure.
I'll send you on your way.
Okay, so we could get some healing right now and likely get back up to full HP. That might be unnecessary given how we can heal with our special. The darkness might not be a bad idea, or even obols, because we only have 182, which is not a ton at this stage. So I think we actually go that route.
I got you covered, Prince.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you, Sisyphus. As for Baldy,
What's the latest,
Yeah.
Baldy? Had any good tumbles down that hill of late?
I mean, on one hand, I hope you did. On the other hand, that does mean that Sisyphus needs to push you back up, so maybe that's not so great after all? Oh.
Enlightening.
Your
Indeed.
most gracious, Prince said.
And I always think that some of these are gold urns there. They are not. Oh, and actually, more obols still. There as well, and chaos. Okay, so remember, ideally, we're taking people out with their special. Okay. We've done a little bit here. It will give us 2 HP every time we do that, because that's 2% of our total HP. But don't take damage in the process, otherwise that backfires a bit. Back where we started, that means. Okay. Maybe getting a little bit carried away with it. There we go. I think we can't quite one-shot people with it at this stage. But if we combine it with a little bit of other attacks, then we can. And, well, yeah, ultimately, it didn't work out so great for us there. Perhaps focused a little too much on it, so we could get max HP, we could get a palm. But, of course, better to descend into the realm of chaos. It was probably the biggest thing that helped us succeed last time around. We got some pretty awesome boons from chaos, so fingers crossed that will happen this time as well. And what are we doing on nectars? We have 3. I suppose let's give 1 to chaos here.
Master Chaos, forebear of the gods, it is an honor to have met you. Please accept this gift.
Seldom do mortals or immortals think of making offerings to me. As I do not expect such token gestures, I am very much amused, and I accept.
Thank you. Now, give us something nice.
I have traveled recently beyond my senses, son of Hades.
Oh,
I persist
can you not sense the surface?
bottomless depths. I know what lies out there, having created it, but I know nothing of what it is like right now.
Huh, interesting.
Tell me,
Oh,
I prefer to think of all the possibilities.
all the potential chaos, one might say. Well, fitting enough, I suppose. Okay, so we have what is a scroll option here, but let's see what it is. Oh, we take damage every time we special? No! I mean, temporarily, perhaps we could do that, and then we'd have long-term the additional maximum HP. Otherwise, we could have it so that it's harder for us to recollect bloodstones. That's also useful, because we have strong casts and strong specials right now. Or we can have our rewards hidden and afterward gain an additional bloodstone. I think this is arguably the best, both in terms of the reward and in terms of having the smallest downside. Of course, the other side of things is that we'd like to get the scroll done, but I think on this occasion it just doesn't make a ton of sense. Because, I mean, we want to restore HP, we're not even on full HP now, especially not after going down into the realm of chaos. Special is the primary way in which for us to get that back. And, well, this is going to make that backfire. So I think we go this route. If it were anything else... Oh, prophecy foretold as well. If it were anything else, I would say that maybe, like taking damage from attacks even, normally I would say no way to that, but might have worked with this setup here. Still not enough damage to take you out, just a special. Oh, you! How dare you! Once again, it does seem as if we kinda need to deal actually a fair amount of damage before coming in with the special. Those guys are pretty nasty if they get you in close range. Not a huge fan of having a special against them. There we go. A little bit of HP back, but you also we need to go down a little bit lower. There we go. Get a little bit back. There are a ton of you. Oh, wait. Not sure we can do much to take out those stones, other than, well, targeting them first. Attacking through the walls while we're at it. Almost got stuck there. Oh, was hoping we would be able to sneak in. Quick special to finish that one off. We did get a little bit of HP back there. Not a ton. Where? I hear a trove. Where is it, though? Over here? For life? Well, I mean, that could potentially solve all of our life issues here. Not that it's a huge problem at this stage, but it'd be nice to be back up close to full. So we arguably may not need to make a point of doing specials here to take these guys out. I think our cast may be better still right now, because if we just go fast, that should do the trick. Please get back here. Not enough. There we go. Did get a little bit back from using specials, and also, of course, life here. Okay. Anything else in this area? Any more golden urns? I don't think so. Well, let's head through, and we have a few more rounds, I think, of not being able to see anything. What is here? You guys? Ooh, that was a close one. So again, we're on full HP, so theoretically we don't need to make a point of using our special to take people out, but we could. From range, though, the cast, of course, makes the most sense. Oh, you're still here. Hello. Goodbye. You guys technically are mini-bosses as well. Champion mobs, I suppose is probably a better way to describe them. You take a little bit of damage from one of them. Oh, can we attack you through the wall? Not this time. Wow, you are extremely elusive, apparently. There we go. 99 HP, so we're almost there. Still more mysteries. And nothing else in here, so take your pick. I suppose we'll go this way. And we get what will be the last room before the boss, and it is max life. Which is not a bad thing. It does actually mean that our special hammer upgrade will be slightly better, because it restores 2% of HP. Well, I mean, it's probably still going to round down here. 2% of 100 is obviously 2. 2% of 125, probably still going to round down to 2. You have Neg. He might not be happy to see us.
Please tell me that you didn't steal the most dangerous, unstable artifact sealed shut within your father's vault.
What's it to you?
It wasn't I who stole them, if that's any reassurance to you, Meg.
They just magically showed up in this room, and I chose to take them. Not our fault, really, I swear.
Hopeless fool. You can't possibly know what you're doing with those things. You put them back exactly where you found them.
Nope. Okay, so with bosses, I think we probably do not want to use our special as aggressively, because although it does have a lot of damage, that much is certainly a good thing. We could deal safer damage, I think, with our cast, because that is from greater range. Ooh, did we get hit there? No, we actually didn't. But the primary thing is just that we're not going to get too many kills with it. But with the boss, of course, having a lot of HP. We have our acorn, meaning that we still have this little shield around us. That's what you're seeing. It means that we are not going to take damage from the first few hits that would have dealt damage to us, from the boss at least. Oh. Out of bloodstones now. Where did the rest of them go? Does Meg have all of them? She does. Now she's starting to drop them, though. That was silly. Does that count as damage from the boss? I technically don't think it did. That did. And that was maybe not the best time to throw our bloodstones at you. Okay, there goes the acorn. But it helped us out a little bit there, as you can see. That's the first damage we've actually taken. From at least Meg directly. Oh, and if you could, like, not use this ability, that'd be great. Now we'll special you. And you're impervious right as I try to slap you with the special. And that was also not the best time to do that. Throw a quick cast at you from point blank. There we go. Not sure if that trap triggered on us or her, actually. Either way, we should heal up back to full by the time we make it through, I think. We get more Titan blood.
Did MALPHON shudder?
Okay. Do a quick check for gold urns. They can show up here. It's very uncommon, but okay. Then let's head on out.
My chaos boon.
And now the chaos boon evolves. Okay, so now we have 4 bloodstones. That should be helpful.
Oh, I didn't see you coming.
Really now? Is that so?
Don't worry, won't be long.
Okay, so back up to max HP as anticipated.
Which to choose?
And yes, I think we stick with the acorn for now. I think at this stage, the spear point, that's what we were using last time. It probably is a fair bit better still. At least until this levels up a little bit more. At least that's my preference, but I think it will be useful, at the very least, to get this up to rank 3, and then you could make a case for either one of them. As for selling boons, I think we have some pretty awesome ones here. So, not interested in selling any of these. As for purchasing things, though, good guarantee Chaos Gate, that is tempting. We have now 572 obols. That is a ton. Get even more bloodstones. That might not be necessary at the moment. Long term, could, or at least later on, when we need to use a few more casts to take people out, might be a little more meaningful, but I think this is still early on, and therefore getting Chaos nice and early is a very good thing to do. Oh, and what's this?
The path from Tartarus is finally laid bare. Far above, the heat from Phlegethon, the river of flame, is faintly felt already, even as its dangers lie in wait.
Yeah, we know it'll get quite toasty over here.
Tartarus. Yes.
So far, things seem to be going pretty well with the fists.
The Bone Hydra awaits.
And we do know that the Bone Hydra does in fact await. And we could go Hermes, but I mean, we of course guaranteed the Chaos Gate showing up, so let's head down there. I think the special is slow, is the one thing. I mean, that's usually the case with specials, right? But that makes it a little bit tricky to take people out with it when we're in a big crowds. I mean, it can hit multiple people simultaneously, so that is helpful, but ooh, what is this? This is a scroll. The next 5 chambers, chamber reward views, are hidden. That's what we just saw. Afterward, you deal plus 127 damage, striking foes from behind. That is ginormous. Cast damage would also be fantastic. Boon rarity, it's only 18%, is not that high. And taking damage when we use attacks, like I was saying before, maybe under this specific circumstance when we have a lot of cast and special damage, that might be okay, but normally that would be a pretty hard one to do. I think we go for this though, right? It is the scroll. We're going to have to try to make a point of attacking people from behind, but when we do, it's going to be ginormous damage.
I had suspected you would choose the same.
Did you? Did you now? Okay, so it's not going to take effect yet. So we need to go through our hidden rooms first. So we, of course, are not on full HP anymore after going down into the Realm of Chaos, so we'd like to, say, try to take a few more people out with our special. I think we're starting to do a little bit here. Also, not jumping to the lava. That probably wouldn't help either. Still not quite max HP. That, I'm pretty sure it was the poison that actually did it there. Not special, which is unfortunate. Lava helped us out there. Good setup with the cast. And let's not stand right next to all of you guys. That seems like that's maybe not a great idea. We, of course, can still deal some bonus backstab damage, but it's not going to be the crazy amount that we saw from the Chaos Boon. At least not yet. Hello, friends. Oh, I was really hoping that was going to hit you as well. Poison got you. There we go. And back up to full HP.
Power. Pure darkness.
Okay. Darkness, yes. Anything else in here, though?
Where to?
Not that I can see, and well, I mean... I think we might have gone left last time we had the hidden room, so...
Does it?
I guess we'll go right this time, and fingers crossed we find something good here. It looks like it's a shop, perhaps? Could be okay here. Could get a Zeus spoon. We've yet to pick up any of those. We are all Artemis and Dionysus at the moment, I believe, in addition to a hammer upgrade. And a Chaos spoon or two. So, otherwise, we can upgrade some of our abilities. I think we do have some pretty strong ones, so this is tempting to go with the Palm. Don't need the life restoration. So let's do this.
Cheers, mate.
Which one would we most like to upgrade? I'm thinking special damage might be the way to go because, of course, we have the hammer upgrade that's based on taking people out with our special, so making it easier to do that will be a nice thing to be able to do. All of these are very strong, though, so it'd be great if we could upgrade all of them. Let's take that, though. As for whether we want to pick up the Zeus Moon, in some ways I feel like we actually might not, because I think we have a lot of synergies going, in particular with the Artemis crit that we have on our special and our cast. We might want to make a point of trying to make it so that we're getting as many Artemis boons as we can, in which case introducing a new Olympian into the fold might make that a little less common. We are also making it so that Zeus can show up more often. So maybe we're getting a little too ahead of ourselves here. Maybe thinking too much about it. Let's just take it. Because we do not yet have lightning reflexes, so at the very least, after we dash, just before getting hit, we can have a bolt strike a nearby foe for a little bit of damage. Not sure it's going to be a huge difference maker. Of course, the call is probably the best option here for us. But I think we'll wait out to see if there are any other calls we can get later on. Perhaps even an Artemis call, or maybe Dionysus's. And of course, we don't know what this is going to be. There are some of these guys here. We are on full HP, so we don't need, per se, to take people out with the special. The cast could do as well. Oh, there's someone spawning directly on top of us. Not sure what that was. Is that also someone spawning directly on top of us? Suddenly felt like I couldn't move there, like someone was grabbing me. Felt like it was the hands back in Tartarus. Those definitely do grab you. You are a little bit nasty. I like to cast you. This is a busy room. Lots of waves. Oh, don't stand there. Did take a little bit of damage from, it might have been him dropping the explosive at the end. We should have tried to cast to get rid of him, or rather, special. It is a palm. So this is partially what I was talking about, is we also don't necessarily want to be upgrading that Zeus boon, because I don't think it's going to be one of our stronger ones, but we could further upgrade the special. Of course, we will start to get diminishing returns if we always upgrade this one. Our cast is also really strong, so I think that's also not a bad idea here. Like, this is 11% increased damage, whereas this is a lot more than that. So I think we probably go True Shot here, the cast. Ooh, and a fishing spot as well. Not bad.
Time to fish.
Time to fish indeed. Relatively quick one there. Not bad. And I do see that golden urn as well, so let's make sure we take this out. And then more mysteries await us. Let's try this one this time. Your guess is as good as mine as to what we're going to find here. Oh, and it looks like the Barge of Death.
Here goes nothing.
Here goes nothing indeed. At least we can get some more mobiles from that as well. Okay. Who do we have here? Let's perhaps blow this up almost immediately. I think they will come back eventually. They are helpful. Take you out with the special. Now we're on full HP. Let's also have that blow up on you. Oh, we did take some damage from one of those hits there. And possibly another one there. So we'll double special kill. Use our cast. Ooh, you guys are wailing on us in the corner over there. Didn't quite take you guys out with special. Definitely did that time, though. You are just sniping us. Please. Let's take you out. Get rid of you with a special, yes. You as well, perhaps. Yes. Don't get hit by that. And there we go. Did take a reasonable amount of damage there. I think this is one of those rooms where having the short range is tough. But it is Zeus for this one, and again, I'm not a huge fan of getting more Zeus boons here, because I think we had a good thing going with Artemis. Unless Zeus has something special to give us. Oh.
And welcome him into the family again. You tell him for me,
Is that genuine? Something tells me that might not be genuine. I don't know.
Ooh.
Oh, we do have an epic one. After you take damage, your foe is struck by lightning for 150 damages. A fair bit. We were talking earlier about how we do want an aid at some point, but at the same time, maybe Zeus's is not necessarily the one that we're looking for. I think there are other ones that I would generally prefer to his, so maybe we just go with the Vengeance here. Attack. Also not super important for us right now, because we're leaning so heavily on special and cast. So we might be able to wait for a really good attack, one that fits us really well. And there is the backstab from Chaos.
Clear for now.
That boon evolving.
Going to enjoy this.
And, well, we just got lightning reflexes. I believe that is the boon that we just picked up, or actually the one that we got previously, the first of our two Zeus boons. That's, yeah, not really the one we want to be leveling up right now, but yeah, we can actually get up to full HP there, though. So, all in all, not bad. And I think that was a shop? Stepped on the barge so quickly I didn't even notice, but appears to be the case, and this is the first room, or the last room I should say, for our fight with the Bone Hydra. So we can have this, which will be a mystery item from the shop. And I think we have 354 obols, so let's give this a shot, and maybe even the palm as well.
Wisdom guide you, cousin.
Ooh, okay, Athena. We have not yet gotten anything from Athena, so that is a new Olympian that we are again introducing into the fold. And we could also have revenge damage, and this time deflect after we take damage, which is a little bit tempting. Because, again, we're going to be up pretty close to people with our attacks and specials being short range. So that's seemingly a bit of a synergy, at least with using the fists. And the attack with the deflect is somewhat similar in that way. Reducing damage from traps, I'm not really sure we want to do that, so I'm thinking we might go for the Holy Shield here. And then, if we use the palm as well,
Thank you, mate.
this time we could further upgrade either our special or our cast. I think these are definitely the two things that I'd be most interested in doing. And if we're going by a percentage basis again, then I do think True Shot is a little bit more of an upgrade than Deadly Flourishes. However, we're kind of leaning a little bit more on Deadly Flourish than we are True Shot, so maybe we go this route nonetheless. This also has a 20% chance to crit, whereas this only has 10. So even though the base damage is a little bit lower on Deadly Flourish, when it does crit, or at least it's going to get that increased critical damage more often, so maybe that pays off there. And usually I find that there are some golden urns hiding in here somewhere, but maybe not this time around. And as for the HP, not necessary this time. So let's see what awaits us with the Bone Hydra.
Bone Hydra, you're back. How wonderful.
Indeed. How glad I am to see you. Except not quite. Oh! Yep. Game seemingly froze a little bit there. That was odd. But, we seem to be back now. Never seen that happen before, so remember, we will have the Acorn, meaning that we won't take any damage the first few hits that we would take from the Bone Hydra. Get our Bloodstones back, please. That is enough to get to the first phase. I don't actually know if these little heads also count as being the boss itself. I would assume so, but we saw in the arena with Meg that Meg's friends did not count. So I'm a little bit uncertain there. These guys, the off-green heads do spawn more friends, so they definitely won't count, I don't think. We are still on full life, so in theory we don't need the special per se, but plenty of guys there to take out with it. Light this back, and we are back to you, main head, and yep, we see when we crit, the damage is good. Out of our cast there. Remember, if we were to backstab, and that would be ginormous damage. Love to do that, like say right now. That really looked like that was going to be one. Apparently not. Okay, back to this phase here. Let's get our Bloodstones back. Ooh, I'm not a fan of the laser beam ones. I think they're the toughest. There's a backstab. You saw just how much damage it dealt. Okay. Did lose the Acorn there. Okay, that head down. Not quite on full life, and there are a lot of enemies here, so we could perhaps make a bit of a point of taking down a lot with the special. Restore some HP from that. Like so. Actually aiming for this guy, but sure. Is that gonna be enough damage? It is. Thought that might have been enough as well. It is that time around. Remember, we have 4 casts now. So that definitely helps as well. Except, does mean that we need to aim correctly. Alright, Lerny. What do we got? We have our Bloodstones back? No, but we do now. And there we have it. Hydra down. Vanquished, should I say.
Good, no more heads.
So So we pick up a diamond, and we did get a fair bit of specials in there near the end. So we are nearly full HP right now. And what with us picking up the healing here, then definitely will be on full HP. Heading out.
Go on and try.
So what if we do?
I still need these.
Do we? So we could, theoretically, if we felt like we truly didn't want some of these non-Dionysus or non-Artemis boons, we could sell them. I was kind of thinking the Zeus ones, if anything, would be the ones that we'd like to do that with. The Holy Shield, I think, with the Deflect, is probably still a bit helpful for us. I mean, not to say that those aren't helping us at all, but we've already seen that we had some upgrades go to those skills when we probably would have preferred that they go to our cast or our special. Would have additional damage against undamaged foes. That's a bit tempting, because we're, say, using our special or our cast, and we crit, we're already dealing ginormous damage. To throw another 50% on top of that would be quite helpful. We're a little bit low on coins right now, though. Don't have a ton of obols. I think the 150 threshold is an important place to be, and we are not there at the moment. So I think we do hold off for now. Is that something for us to interact with? No. For a second there, I thought there was something.
Bye, Asphodel.
So I think, for that reason, let's hold on to our obols. Let's get up to the point where we're at 150, so that if we do find ourselves in an early shop, that we do have the ability to purchase a boon, or something of that sort. Hammer, of course, would be even better. And like here, Zeus, probably gonna avoid you, for the sake of picking up more obols. As we were just saying, we could use some of those. Who will we find here? Some of these guys, and if that could just explode on all of you and take you all out simultaneously, as it appears to have done, that would be lovely. Excuse me, could you let us hit you with the special? Thank you. Well, we are on full HP, so we don't need to. But it'd be nice. Thought that blew up in your face, yet you didn't go down. A little bit surprised. Please don't do that. Or that. There we go. Oh, and eyeball. No problem.
Look what I found.
Here are the obols. Much better now. Life. Palm. Let's double check if there's anything else in here. I didn't hear any fishing sounds, so I don't think so. I think on this occasion we actually don't have a lot of HP just yet. We've only had one life upgrade so far. We've had our fair share of palms. So no, we were talking about trying to optimize those a little bit more, but at the same time I think it's probably still better for us, at least at the moment, to go the life route. Please don't do that. Also, let's have that blow up on you, if you don't mind. There we go. Please stay away.
I can't.
Oh, I think you can. Okay, and ooh, eyeballs this time. Okay, first time so far, but then this run. Oh, I really thought we had bloodstones. Apparently we did not. Did take a little bit of damage there, unfortunately. That was bad timing. So in some ways, I suppose it's best to take that damage at the beginning of an encounter. That way, we have some time to special some people, get it back. Okay, there was an eyeball over there. Yeah, we should prevent from doing this. Likewise with you. And in fact, with those specials, it is enough to get us back up to full HP.
Vitality.
And it is also a good thing for us to boost our maximum HP, because the more maximum HP we have, the more 2% restoration is. So now it should be 3. We could guarantee a Chaos Gate, and they have been pretty good for us thus far. It's a little bit late in the game to do it, because at this point we are at the risk of, I mean, we should be able to finish it before we make it to the Theseus and Asterius fight in Elysium, but if we don't, then we could be in a lot of trouble. So it's tempting, but it is a bit of a risk here. We do have a fair amount of obols. Let's give it a shot. I think it might still be worth it. We're hoping for something big, of course. But you never really know. And we could go straight into a shop. However, I think we want to go to the Hermes room, because I don't think, can Chaos spawn in the shops? I'm not entirely sure if it can. So, again, that would be a way that if it doesn't show up there, it would delay the chaos by one room and therefore make it such that we would be at greater risk of not having our chaos boon evolved by the time we make it to the boss fight in here. That was close. You, hiding over here. None of that, please. You are going to be a little bit tough to take down. Oh, there's another archer who I did not see. But theoretically you exist somewhere. That is probably him right there. Was. Well, we have all our bloodstones. Actually, not a bad room. Okay, so let's take the Hermes boon. I think we passed on one or two of these before.
I've been busting souls across the borders of your father's land. It's good to have the chance to help somebody out the other way.
Nice. We'd have our attacks go faster. Now, if we had special or cast, that could be amazing. We did forego an attack upgrade or two. So long term, if we do pick up a good attack boon, then that could still be amazing for us. The move speed is helpful, yes. Or we could restore some damage after dashing. I think we go with the attack going faster because this can be so strong. We just really want to combine this with a future attack boon.
Son of Hades.
What? Has Chaos ever called out to us like that before? I don't think so. That was extremely unnerving. Let's just double check if there's anything else for us to do in here first. I don't think so. And we, of course, trial would potentially be very good. But I think can't say no to Chaos, especially not when Chaos is calling us out like that. So what are we going to find here? Is this going to be different? I honestly don't know. Is it just a coincidence? Is that just a new addition? Perhaps? Maybe.
In the name of Hades.
Has me spooked, though. Whoa! Take a ton of damage from traps. Afterward, your cast damage is very good. Ooh. Enemies drop an Inferno Bomb, but afterward your special deals a ton of damage. Or we face more foes, but afterward our attack damage goes up. So take your pick as to which type of damage we want to scale, and we can make it happen. That is quite the choice here. Of course, we did just get a nice attack upgrade from Hermes, but generally speaking, I think cast and special is still probably better, given the other things we have right now. So the damage is a little bit better on the special. And I'd also say, is the downside better? Is it worse? Inferno Bomb versus extra damage from traps? I think we go with the special damage. It's close, though. You could definitely make a case for either. So I don't think I noticed anything special about that particular encounter with Chaos. Maybe that's just a new thing that sometimes Chaos calls you out like that.
More splitters.
Okay, you are going to drop those, remember? So make a dash away when they do go down, which is a little bit easier said than done, because if we're trying to take people out with a special, then of course that does mean we're going to be very close to them when they do go down, and taking some unnecessary damage there. Okay, let's get a little bit of distance, perhaps. Try to weaken some people a bit. Whoa, I did not even see that we apparently took someone out there. So yeah, I'm thinking we weaken them out with our casts, and then we follow up with a special to finish them off. Stop hitting us. I mean, it's your job, yes, but at the same time, don't do it. I'm sorry. You are forbidden from doing so. That's odd that did not hit you. There is also a trove here, obviously. What kind of trove, you ask? We're about to find out. Obols. So let's just take a look at what comes next. We could have a mini-boss with Dionysus. Dionysus, we do have a fair bit of boons from him, and if we could get the attack boon from him, I think that would be quite good, because as we were saying before, the fists already have quick attack speed. Having 30% more attack speed makes that better still, making it so that we could apply the hangover effects really quickly. So I think that's probably ideal. And then could, say, get our opals here from this trove, and if we can make a point of taking people out with our special, then we could potentially even restore HP from this, even if it means fighting more enemies. That is the strength of the special hammer upgrade that we got before. It is a risk.
All right, Precious, get to work.
Especially when people are dropping Inferno Bombs when we take them out. I don't like the shield guys. They're going to be a little bit tough as well to take out that way. We already got hit by Spear, dude. We are all standing next to each other, which does help, yes, but... Wow. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage here. Please don't come back. Not sure if I got that with the special or not. Did get you with it, at least. And that, I mean, got impatient there and insisted on taking that guy out with the special, but we should have just kept our distance instead. Don't get that to blow up on us. We took a lot of damage there. A lot of damage.
Very nice.
So I myself am not... Usually I don't use special very often at all. And especially when it's something that is so close range and is slow enough that's against armored enemies that can't be stunned, they're going to wail on us quite a bit. So that is how that backfired on us that time around. Mini-boss is a little bit concerning, of course, now that we only have 55 HP. But I think we give it a shot. And it is Butterfly Dude.
It's that big soul catcher again.
Okay, so what is technically the most efficient way for us to deal damage here? Actually not sure. Obviously, our special has the most base damage, but it is slower, as we were saying before. And therefore, is it preferable, or would we be better off using an attack? Not sure. Okay, we're on low HP. The Butterfly Dude is down. So we could make a point of, say, trying to take people out with our special now. Except we're getting hit in the process, which is not good. We are very low on HP right now. Somebody's trying to snipe us with a bow. We're close to having to use Death Defiance. Oh, and there it is. Hoping we'd be able to get that special off, and it is odd. The special doesn't look like it's directional. It looks like it should just hit in a circle around us. It does not. That's another thing, is I've definitely missed some where I thought that we would be hitting. Because even though we're right next to them, I actually need to, be facing them, which, you'd assume would typically be the case, yes, but when we're surrounded by people, that is not always going to be the case. So yeah, we're hoping this is a pretty darn nice boon, because we did pay a pretty steep price for it, of course.
In the name of Hades.
What do we get? We do get the Hangover attack, which is what we were thinking we would want. So that could be big. Would we prefer to get maximum life via premium vintage here? Again, we do have reason to try to scale maximum life as well. This is another one that it's best to pick it up early. That way you can make a point of picking up the nectars as often as they arise. And at this stage in the game, there's not too many opportunities remaining to do that. So that's maybe not the best at this stage. It would have been great if we got it earlier, but I think for now, we have to think a little bit shorter term, and therefore I think it is best for us to go with the attack, and getting the life upgrade is probably best here as well. That way we can make up for it a little bit. We have 424 opals, so we don't need that many of them at the moment. Okay, flame wheels, they're of course tough, and we'd like to take them out with our ideally cast to keep our distance. So they don't blow up in our face. We could try, yeah, I just tried to hit him with the special to restore some HP, and we did, but at the same time, we took damage in the process, so it was not worthwhile. I would not recommend it. And that was pretty much unavoidable. Trapped in a corner there, I'm afraid. That can be enough to take you out? No, it is not. Will that be enough? No, it will not. Really love to get this back. Thank you. There are more. What are they? More flame wheels. And more butterfly dudes as well. Okay, one flame wheel down. That is quite the range. You. Please go down. If we could special the butterflies and restore HP that way, that'd be amazing. That's not actually the case, unfortunately. Wishful thinking, yes. There we go. Get a little bit of HP back from the special. That's a ton of butterflies. We are getting hit by them a little bit here. I think that was technically the poison, not our special, that took that guy out. And we are taking a ton of damage here. Well, I think we're getting a little too clever. Trying to use the special when, in truth, it's, well, you can't force it like that all the time. It would be nice, yes, but there are times when we're not going to be able to pull it off. Let's not get hit by that. There we go.
The boon I got from Chaos has a new
Chaos
effect.
Boon does evolve, and this one was the special damage, I believe. So, in theory, we should be hitting pretty hard with that now, especially when we crit. But we're not looking great here. If we could
What do we have?
get a little bit of life restoration, that would certainly help. So I think this is not a bad idea. At this rate, if we were to get an additional Bloodstone for 6 encounters, that might be enough to last into the Theseus Asterius fight. This would, of course, have been the room we would have taken if we had gone with the premium vintage. But I think I was mostly checking to see if we have another shop that we should be saving up for there. I think we do take this, though. And it will also upgrade a boon. Yes, but I think the darkness will also heal us a bit. That might be preferable for that reason. Except, well, we'll run into some champion enemies. Of course, it does mean they're a bit tough. There is the huge special damage there. It is enough to take them out. We're at the point now where we are actually healing 4 whenever we take people out with our special. That is helpful. Unfortunately, people are no longer dropping the Inferno Bombs when we take them out, which was perhaps causing more issues than we might have been given it credit for. Excuse me. Still more. Pool of Purging there, which unlikely that we would find that terribly useful, but it's possible. Like we were saying before, like maybe we want to get rid of a Zeus Boon. Okay, and we are getting HP back a bit using our special. When it's just a few enemies, it is definitely easier, it would seem. Backstab, I was hoping we could get it there. There it is. Okay, let's avoid the projectiles. Then come in to say hello and have that blow up on you. And you kind of did the work for us. That's a backstab as well, so you are down. You could not do that. Or that, for that matter. There we go. Yeah, and if we play patiently like that, we can actually get our fair share of HP back, so that is good. We get another Dionysus Boon. Those have been quite good for us thus far, and I think there are still a few more that we could consider. For the shop, with just over 400 gold at the moment, also does mean we could make good use of that.
Let's think about this.
So we could get rid of the revenge damage here from Zeus. It is epic rarity. I did not remember that it was theoretically that good. So it is worth 145 opals. That is something. Basically, more or less the amount that we would be able to purchase a new boon with. So if we just picked it up for the sake of getting the scroll, which I think this one did have a scroll, right? Then it's a way of getting something else in exchange for it that we think might be better, which is a little bit tempting. I mean, 150 damage is still a lot, though, so maybe we stick with it. I think we might have leveled it up once as well. Not voluntarily, but I think one of the random upgrades that we got applied to that. So do we go for the shop or do we go for Dionysus? I think we do Dionysus here, because get up to close to full HP. This might be the last room. I think it is the last room before the boss. So we'll be not quite maximum HP, but close to it. And it will allow us to save up a little bit of coins for the next floor.
Man, I was just attempting here to get our good friend Artemis to finally make it
Oh!
at one of my feasts. It's just, wouldn't you know, she's all preoccupied. Something about a hunt?
Or is she?
That's right, Lord
Maybe
Dionysus.
not.
A hunt which requires lots and lots of total quiet and clear-minded focus. So if you'll excuse me.
That's true. I guess in some ways they are maybe not polar opposites, but
Nice.
yeah, we have actually not gotten Splitting Headache yet. That is an interesting boon name. Hangover afflicted foes are more likely to take critical damage. Oh boy. Bonus critical chance is 1.5 per hangover, and we can apply, what, up to 5 hangovers? So we apply the hangovers with our attack, and then both our special and our casts have the Artemis boon, and so they are heavy crit damage. So that seems pretty amazing. I mean, it's also a scroll, so we're definitely taking it. Definitely taking it. And after gaining some HP going in here, I think we're going to be very close to full here.
Yes, before you flap your ghostly gums at me again, I'd like to hear from good Asterius this time. Almost never gets a word in thanks to you.
The king speaks for the both of us, short one. Though if you wish to hear me say something to you, I will oblige.
Fair enough.
And I too shall oblige.
Theseus, no.
Oblige my trusty spear, which yearns to penetrate your soft and vulnerable, altogether pallid flesh. Now die!
Alright, let's take him out. So remember, we will have the acorn, at least for the first few hits here. Oh, okay. Please don't do that. He's going to throw Theseus right now? Yes. I think that's what happens when we see the Minotaur ducking down like that. Could you not do that? 4-4. So yes, we have a better crit chance when Asterius is hung over like that. And I think we did see it pay off there. Okay, that was the acorn paying off there. Could you please crash into one of these? Thank you. And backstab is very big as well, remember? Tried to get in a big special that time around, but not quite. Ooh, that, yeah, we just stood there and ate that. Oh, he's impervious because he's on half HP. Should have noticed that and not taken that opportunity to throw all of our casts at him. Maybe not the best timing. Some backstabs, so it should be big. Of course, it'd be better if we can take a bunch of damage in the process. It does seem that Asterius is much lower. We'll make a point of targeting him first. Theseus, please miss. Thank you. You are going to charge at us, and I got all clever. Tried to go to the other side of him before he did that, and was maybe not the best time. Give that a shot. Asterius should be almost down here. Oh, he still hit us with that. And that, okay. Yeah, Asterius is... And Theseus, wow, okay. We are throwing now, apparently. Asterius is down. From behind. I mean, we don't necessarily need to hit you with the special now, but it is high damage. And with backstab, should help. Just, ooh, that was closer than it should have been. Hello? Care to throw your spear, say? I was not expecting you to do that, but that was 2, I suppose. Oh, you did still hit us there. Here I was being a little too clever, thinking we had you. A quick little poke there, and that should be enough for you to go to the next phase. Yes. Things are, of course, going to get a little more complicated from here. Okay. Not a good place to be standing that time. We are on 5 HP, notably, so it's going to take a lot to not use our last Death Defiance here. Ooh, near miss. He's just used low. Ah, I stepped in the circle, though. Just barely. Just bad positioning. We almost had it here. Did take some damage there as well, but at this point, I'm mostly just trying to take him out. That is it. We got hit at the last second as well, but this is not looking great after that. Damage is good, but that was just not very well executed. Burning through 2 Death Defiances, and we're not even on full HP here. Or at least, I don't think we will be, even after we heal up. So, that's going to be a tough one. We're going to need to be on the lookout, I think, for ways to restore some Death Defiances. Which can be done, but it's far easier said than done. Kiss of Sticks from the Well of Charon costs 200. If that does show up, that is one of the primary ways in which to do that. We already went through Elysium, so we're not going to see Patroclus bailing us out with any restore all of your Death Defiances. That's not going to happen. This could help us quite a bit. A Hydrolite here, getting us to restore 10% of our HP going into each chamber. Might be enough in and of itself. Deal additional damage to armor, or increase boon rarity. I think both these things are going to be helpful for us. Of course, we're going to be seeing a super shop soon. Do we want to sell anything like lightning reflexes? You know, personally, I barely notice when this happens, so I feel like it is almost useless. The heal damage just before getting hit, and it's only 32 damage, feels like nothing. And it's not like it's a reliable source of damage. At least it doesn't feel like it. So, alright, maybe this is actually doing wonders for us, but if it is, I'm certainly not feeling it. So I think that getting 55 extra obols might be a difference maker. You never know. There are lots of things we could purchase in the next area. So, might we have found ways to, say, put the Broken Spear Point to use? And maybe, say, hold on to one of our Death Defiances in that previous fight? Might have been the case, but in the name of trying to level up the Evergreen Acorn, we are close to getting this to rank 2 now. So I think we hold on to it. Does make me wonder, though, if we were, perhaps, or if we would have found things a little bit better had we stuck with our bread and butter. We've got to push ourselves every once in a while, right? Okay, and there are almost always golden urns here. There's at least one. If we could not get stuck on that. I think that's it, though, unless there are any hiding here. Okay. This time round, at our super shop,
for the road ahead.
We could swap out. How many hammer upgrades do we have? Is it only one? Might only be one. This guy here, the Restoring Life with our special. This is helpful, certainly in large areas with lots of enemies in them, but I'm wondering if we could get really clever and deliberately wait to purchase this upgrade just as we're about to go into the final fight. That way, we benefit from having our current hammer upgrade for what it's most useful for, rooms full of many enemies, and then we can potentially swap it out for something more useful for single target damage for the final boss. So that is intriguing to me. Even with that, though, we hopefully would still have enough obols to purchase at least Artemis or Dionysus. Those are two gods and goddesses that I'm very thankful for seeing. They've been carrying us thus far. We still don't yet have a call, so that is a notable exception from our current list of boons. Would we rather get one from Artemis or Dionysus? I think probably should be able to afford this and both the Artemis and Dionysus boons by the time we're done going through here, so shouldn't matter too much. Let's start with Artemis, maybe, because we have a lot of crit going on right now.
Quality hunting gear doesn't come cheap, apparently.
Oh, exit wounds. Your foes take damage when your bloodstones stuck in them are dislodged. That is a lot of damage, and it is a scroll, yes. However, we have a lot of crit going on here already, and to make it easier to apply crits or deal more damage with those crits, that is really tempting. So I know it's good to pick up the scrolls when you can, but it feels like we're already on the edge of being able to complete this run successfully, and it seems like we're going to have to do everything we can to maximize our chances to pull it off, and therefore I think either Clean Kill or Hunter's Mark is probably the way to go. Would we rather have the more consistent crits with Hunter's Mark, or the more spiky damage, inconsistent but higher when they do proc, with Clean Kill? How is our probability of critting here? Didn't we increase the probability with Splitting Headache? I think we might actually want to go Hunter's Mark. And with this, I think that we're going to find that we are going to crit almost all the time. At least once we start getting those marks out. We could even go straight into a Dionysus boon here. And what do we have? We do have a Dionysus boon over here. More obols. Life, Hermes, Palm. I think we go Dionysus next. Let's see what we pick up here. That might influence what we opt to do
What?
with the Dionysus Boon from Shock. So, like, these are basically the perfect enemies for our special upgrade. I mean, they're fast, which is a little bit unideal, because they are getting in some hits here still. But there are so many of them that we can hit them and take multiple out with one special and get back up to full HP. We were one off, or actually, I think we were on full HP on going in here. Ooh, that was silly of me. 2 times over. Get hit by the trap and then walk directly into that. So now we need to restore some HP. Okay. Oh, the Satyr. Get rid of the Satyr and get the cure. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. Get out of here. There we go. Little bit of HP back, but there's the Evergreen Acorn raking up as well. Should mean that we can take one more hit from bosses before we lose that immunity, but things not going great here now. We're gonna need to take out some of these mice, these rats, to heal up. I was talking about it before, and that certainly helped. We were on about 100 before taking those guys out. So restored about 30 HP. And this is the final room in this pathway. Not a fan of the satyrs. Please go away, Mr. Satyr. Oh. Okay. It's down. At least that one is. This one was marked momentarily. More! Why are they all satyrs? Why would you do this to us? Come on, take him out with the special, ideally. Okay, I think we did. They're all satyrs! Actually, though. No kidding. Wow. This is less than ideal. Less than ideal. Wow. I do not like this room at all. At all. You're marked. Let's take you out. Who's left? You're marked. Let's take you out. Now you are. Just you. Should try to take you out with the special. We might have snuck one in at the end there, but oh boy. I hate satyrs, in case that isn't clear, and in that room where it is very difficult to get to the cure without taking damage, it's a bad combo. It's a bad combo. So we could... deal more damage while 3 or more foes are hangover afflicted. That is a lot of damage, 50%. But of course, that's not necessarily going to be the case all the time. With what? It's mostly our attack and our dash that's inflicting hangover, and the dash certainly would be capable of hitting multiple people. The attack, we're probably focusing on hitting 1, maybe 2 people. So there's a reasonable chance that we'd be able to pick that up. But there is, of course, an aid here, which is notable, given how we still don't have one of those. Or making it so that after we complete encounters, we get back up to 30% life. That is still quite low. And I think that at this point, I mean, we're only at about half HP at the moment. So maybe there is a chance that that could take effect quite soon. But I think we need to swing for the fences here. When this works, it will be great for us. If it doesn't, then, well, it obviously won't do anything. But I think, as I said before, we need everything to align for us here if we're going to pull this off. And we do now have enough obols for another Dionysus Boon if we wanted to. Or we could hold off, try to pick up, say, more obols, so we could purchase more things. Yeah, let's pick up the Dionysus Boon here, and then we'll take the obol room. That way we should be able to afford this or something else afterward. There's a better version of Positive Outlook. This time, instead of normal rarity, it's epic. However, we do have also a better version of Dionysus's Aid. Oh, actually, no. We had After Party before, was what we saw. It is a rarer version, yes, but Positive Outlook, less damage when we're at 40% HP or below. We're also kind of close to that. That is actually a little bit tempting. Granted, if we pass on Dionysus's Aid here, we aren't going to have too many other opportunities to pick up Aid, because we may not be able to afford another boon from this shop here. The only one remaining, I think, is a 350, or I think it costs 350 Dionysus boon. And there might be one more room that gives us a boon, but I don't recall. So it's a risk, and I know I was just saying swing for the fences here, but I think this one is more likely to trigger. And it's certainly, at least for the final boss, we will find that, you know, if we're assuming that we will have to blow through at least this one Death Defiance here, there will be a moment in time in which we will have that low HP. So there's only Hermes remaining here. He does not have any call abilities, so that means that it's 450 for this Dionysus boon. That complicates matters considerably. If we do want to still pick this up, and we want to afford this as well, then we're going to need a ton of ovals. So we definitely want to go the oval room, yes. But we might need more still. And you guys can take you out with a special. That's helpful, for sure. Like we were saying, give us the HPs. That helped a lot. In a little bit of a better place now. Ooh, almost didn't catch that golden urn. That's important too. Need all the ovals we can get. At this rate. Satyr must go down, please. Must go down. Okay, I think one of them, all of them are down. Okay. Ooh, that would have gone much worse. Small room. Here, more satyrs. Did you poison us? You did. Can you go down to the special? You can. Thank you. Golden urn. Thank you for that as well. And now we head through. You guys, a little bit tough to avoid the damage from you in this circumstance, when you don't have a great angle which to do that. Well, this time we do. Come on, get you. Get you! There, we did take you out with the specials, but ultimately may not have been worth the cost.
What's in the pool this time?
So the other thing is we really want a Kiss of Styx, which costs 200 obols, so we should be holding on to enough obols for at least that if it does show up. But, obviously it's not here now. I think we pick up the Hydrolite. That takes a little bit of our current HP pressure off of us, but Death Defiance definitely still would like to get those back. Okay, so this is final room here. Notably, does not have the Satyr Sack. Ooh, we took a pretty big hit there, actually. A big backstab there. There as well. They're still hitting us. And we're poisoned. Where's the cure? Actually, no. Down here. Wow, that was bad. Please don't hit us. Let's do this, and then follow up with a special. Try to take you out soon, before you can use any of your abilities, perhaps. Oh, you still hit us. You hit us again. Every time we special, we're taking damage along with it. It's not worth it. Take 4 damage from, or we heal 4 damage. I almost walked into that. Obviously deliberately triggered it, yes, but almost walked into it nonetheless. But yeah, if we heal 4 damage from landing a special kill, that heals a bit, yes, but if we take 20 or 25 damage taking a hit in the process, then it does not pay off, of course. And that has been what we've found is generally happening here. You might need to make more of a point dashing out of the way immediately after landing the special. Like that. Even that, I was immediately dashing afterwards. Still was not enough. Took the hit. You guys have got to go. Still not enough. There we go. I think we got 1 special kill, but man, things are not working in our favor, at least not at the moment. That's a couple of kills with the special. You take you out with it. That's straightforward enough. But 35 life. Wow. We took a ton of damage there. Sell boons, and honestly, I think it's getting rid of Holy Shield is only 30 obols, but at the same time we were talking about how we really need all the obols we can get right about now. So the deflect and revenge damage Yes, it's only 30 damage, though. The deflect is capable of doing a little bit more than that, yes, of course, but will it be a difference maker in terms of being able to afford both the Dionysus boon and the hammer upgrade? We definitely can afford the hammer upgrade. We would need 450 obols on top of that, though, to be able to afford the Dionysus upgrade as well, which I think is quite a stretch at the moment. Also, like I was saying, Kiss of Styx, if we do get that from a well, that is a potential game changer. But I think we need to put ourselves in a position to be ready to pick that up if it does show up, and therefore selling that is important. And suddenly there's a fishing spot here. There wasn't one before, but okay. We'll take it. Oh, I bit on that. I bit on the little bauble. Okay, so the thing is, we could do this now, except if we do, we would be below 200 gold, meaning that we would not be able to afford a Kiss of Styx if it does show up from a well, so I don't think we can do it. We're on 53 HP right now, and notably, these with the skulls have mini-bosses in them, or at least could if they don't have the Satyr Sack, but there's only 3 rooms remaining, so one of these has it, of course. So this would be the easiest, unless one of these has a Satyr Sack in it. Getting max life would be great. Having to fight a mini-boss would be tough. I think we give it a shot.
I bet it's in here.
Running out of time. Okay, one down. Play patiently here. Ooh, except, wow. You broke the barrier and did still manage to hit us. Might have restored basically all the HP that we took from that hit there. When we took you out with the special. You... Oh, you still managed to poison us. I walked into it. That one's on me. Please don't poison this tiny little room here. Not a lot of ground for us to hang out in. Yeah, so at this rate, it would take a minor miracle. But maybe we can do it. It would be tough. But this is the room with the Satyr Sack in it, which is big, because that means no mini-boss, some obols.
Oh, good. It's still fresh.
Actually, 50 max life. Oh, yes, because it is a mini-boss room, meaning it has twice the rewards. So that's up to 225. We restore HP here. Gets us close to max, but we're still sitting on just 1 Death Defiance, which is tough.
Could check the other passageways before.
So, it is really tempting. We know now that this is going to be a mini-boss. For sure. We know that this will not have the Satyr Sack, but will only have a normal ending room. I think it might be worth considering going down this route, because if it does have a well with Kiss of Styx, that might be the only way we can pull this off at this point. We have a pretty good amount of damage. We do have that going for us. But the lack of life is difficult. Difficult to pull this off with. I don't know. I'm concerned that we won't be able to do it unless we get a little bit more going in our favor. So I think we give this a shot. It is a risk, but I think we're, like I said, we're swinging for the fences here. Can I hit you from here? Yes. Trying to maybe cast, but not take you out. Oh, it steps in the poison. Oh, that was silly. You can still get poison to stretch this far out. Bit surprising, but yes, apparently. If we could just, like, you know, still hit you from here, that'd be fantastic. Apparently we can't. But we can still take you out with the special. And now, notably, special kills give us 5 HP back. So, gets a little bit better. Little bit better. Still means that taking a hit rather than like paying for a special kill by taking a hit is still not worthwhile. But against those guys, good. Also, by going through another room here voluntarily, we will of course gain more obols as well. Oh, not you. Not you. You're not the person I wanted to see. You did get me there. Fortunately, the cure was close at hand. And we did get the special kill. thought it only showed that we gained 4 HP that time. But I thought I saw 5 earlier. Is this the last room, or is this just a somewhat big intermediary room? Might be that. The latter. Get the special kills here. Love to do that. There we go. Just a small room. It looks more like a medium room. And this is the actual final room. Down this route. Another satyr over here. Trying to take you out. There's another one over there that's about to try to snipe us. Yes. That's hitting this. Not the satyr. And our cure. Doesn't really help us. Could you go down, please? Thank you. Don't actually need to heal right now, notably. Okay, there's a satyr over there. Notably. Trying to hit us, nonetheless. Take it out. Yes. Can do. You. Let's not get hit by that. That would hurt. You're down. Gonna be another wave. Yes. Please don't hit us, Mr. Satyr. Oh, that's gonna hurt too. Okay, get out of there. Good. Set those on people. You are hitting us a little bit too much, or at least trying to, from afar. See if we can take you out. That's gonna hurt us. We get hit by that. Fortunately, we avoided it.
That was a wealthy vermin.
A wealthy vermin? Huh? We get more coins than usual off of them? I don't know. Maybe that's the thing? Didn't think it was. Hold on. Take you out with a special. We technically don't need to right now, but let's play this a little bit safer in that case. Just take you out from far, and we're on full HP. So for that reason, didn't hurt us in that regard. We do get the chance to upgrade a skill here. That is, of course, a bit of a bonus. We could upgrade our special or our cast. Either one I think would be good. We've leveled up our special than we have a little more than our cast. So let's go with our cast on the assumption that there's a little bit less diminishing returns there. Anything else in this room, though? Doesn't look like it. We're sitting on just shy of 600 obols. We'd have to do some mental math here, but I don't think that's enough to do both of these two, which is unfortunate, because that means that this, of course, is the only way right now that we could pick up a special, or rather a haul. So if we really want to get one of those, and it would be a nice thing to be able to do, then this would be the only way to do it. It means that we wouldn't be able to swap out our one hammer upgrade for 2 others. It is random, so of course there is some risk there, but our existing hammer upgrade is getting us to restore some life with specials, which is something, yes, but probably not going to be super relevant against the boss. So I'm thinking we probably do go this route if we have to choose between those two.
Surprise me, Daedalus.
And what we got in return was, let's see, Colossus Knuckle. While using your attacker special, you are sturdy. This is the defensive one, which is not a bad thing, because we've been using a lot of specials for sure, and attacks. And then Quake Cutter, after using your special, deal 90 damage in an area where you land. That's nifty. That does seem to perhaps have a bit more of a direct defensive and offensive synergy with our specials, rather than the life restoration one, which I think was not going to take effect too often in that area there. This is odd that normally wouldn't this be red like this if we weren't able to afford it, and yet it's not.
I can't.
Strange. We could still afford this super pawn, which might be worthwhile, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to end up going into the fight immediately after this, so let's pick it up. And we can either double upgrade our special, double upgrade Hunter's Mark, make it so that at this point I'm pretty sure, with a 75% crit chance on top of what we already have built in, a 20% crit chance for special and 10% for cast means that when we're targeting someone who's marked, they are, yes, going to get crit, especially if you add in the Splitting Headache. So, is this overkill? It might be. We're not quite at 100% yet, I don't think, but we're so close to 100% that it may not make much of a difference. Would we rather have additional hangover damage with our attack? Or a little bit extra damage with our special directly? I think this might be best. Let's go with this. Maximize the special damage. And then we could, theoretically, yes, go down the Hermes route as well. It is a mini-boss, and we know that there is truly going to be a mini-boss there. It's not going to be the Satyr Sack. And those are pretty tough in the Temple of Styx, so I feel like probably want to pass on that. Go into this fight when we have maximum HP. Only one Death Defiance is the big downside here. Offensively, I think we're in decent shape, but will we have enough damage to take this guy out quickly enough that we don't die ourselves? Only time will tell.
Thank you, boy.
Alright, so here goes nothing. Will we get the chance to make it out for the second time? After the full release, well, only one way to know for sure.
Alright, this is it.
You now know that even if you are able to surpass me, you shall ultimately perish soon enough. And yet you still persist. Utterly senseless.
But it's worth it.
I found her, Father, and I'm going to find Mother again. And again and again until I have some answers finally. She'd like some answers too, beginning with, why did you never tell her that I lived? You let her go and left her to her grief.
Yeah, that's pretty harsh. Oh, by the way, yeah, we had a son, but I'm just not going to tell you that he exists.
Silence, boy. Save all your ignorant and baseless accusations. You seem incapable of heeding my request that you not blather on about a matter you shall never understand. Then I shall save my breath for this fight.
Alright, bring it on, old man. We could take you any day, except maybe not this day. We're going to find out. And that was not the best time for you to disappear on us. Ooh, and that also was not great. Yeah, we already almost blown through all of our acorns. Take you out in time? Don't think so. Did you disappear? I think you did. Yep. We resisted that, which I think means the acorn mitigated the damage. Remember, we do have that very high backstab damage, so if we can hit him from behind, we want to make a point of doing that. That's another big one. That was technically a backstab there, I think. Ooh, I really thought we were dashing out of that one. Okay, throw that at us, sure. Take you out in time? Just barely. And you disappeared on us. There you are. You have 2 of our bloodstones right now, I think. And you are phasing. Probably should have made a point of targeting that guy, but little late now.
Wretched excuse for a father.
Ooh, that's harsh words there. Oh, I don't like the bow guy. That's not the friend I wanted to see Hades have here. Seems like he always finds someone good to have him. He does have the mark on him, so that is big. Does mean that theoretically we should be able to deal a lot of damage here. But yeah, also that was not the correct answer. Just hang in there and take blow after blow from him. Yeah, this, I'm not even sure we're going to get through the first phase. That was supposed to be a backstab there. And I don't even know what hit us there. I think it was Bowman. Yeah, pretty sure it was. Please get rid of you? Yes. Took damage for that. Oh, man. Okay. Not get hit by that, at least. Missed on the special. Something hit us there, but we're on positive outlook, meaning that we're on low HP. We will get our damage taken, reduced a bit, but oh man, things are not looking good here. Dash out of the way, kind of, sort of, but not really. One more hit, and that might be it here. Miraculous comeback. Something tells me a little too late for that. Okay, he disappeared on us. Can we at least get the first phase done? I'm not sure. Not sure about that. Keep disappearing, which of course makes things a little bit more difficult to do that as well. Oh, that could do it. Ooh, narrowly avoided that. That would have finished us. Okay, I got greedy there. Did I hit him? Might have. One bloodstone remaining. Disappears. We can't really do much damage this way. Unless we get really lucky with the crits. We're playing super defensively, and that's gonna hit us. Oh, I thought it would. That does, though. Yeah. Oh, boy. Definitely not the best I've ever played. As for going with the Fists of MALPHON, I think it's tough. I think it's tough. As we were saying at the beginning, we definitely took a lot of damage that I did not think was good damage, so to speak. Of course, no damage is good damage, but it's a lot easier to avoid getting hit when you have more range than that. So I think I'm going to find that this is likely the most difficult weapon, at least for me.
Nothing on my list at all this time, except I could have sworn I saw you walk right out of the pool back there.
Is that so?
I'll have to have this thing looked at.
Why don't you ask your boss about that, perhaps? Actually, come to think of it,
I guess so.
Don't ask him about that. I'm not sure we want to know the answer. But he's not back, notably. And we could give, perhaps, Cerberus little pet.
My mother, Persephone, you remember her, don't you?
Oh, true.
She was pleased to hear about you. But I couldn't stay for long, and I have to find her again. So, guess I'll see you at the temple then.
Yeah.
The ghoulish features of the much reviled Hound of Hell all soften instantly upon the mention of a certain name.
Oh, you remember, sir.
The monster is at peace.
Okay. So, yes, I personally think that I find that the fists there, at least for me, are far and away the most difficult weapon to play with. So let me know what you guys think is the strongest and the weakest weapon, or at least the ones that are most consistent or inconsistent with your playstyles.
What are those shades muttering about?
Champion of Elysium was beaten. That much is true, yes. As for getting beyond that, well, not this time. No Orpheus. But we could perhaps get the court music stand authorizes playback of music pieces from the vault. Oh, that sounds good. Or we could regain entry into the administrative chamber if we save up a little bit more first. Looks like we are perhaps in need of some more diamonds soon. Otherwise, with our somewhat high quantity of gems, we could purchase some decorations here. And at some point in time, I'm sure we'll make a point of doing that, but not terribly concerned about that just yet. Let's see what, say, Meg and Dusa have to say here.
Off on the wrong foot from the start. Just what happens when you're born of Titan blood, I guess. It's for the best we haven't crossed paths much since.
I hope she's not referring to us, because if so, then awkward.
But they're your sisters. I mean, they're family.
Oh.
You must have something in common, some way of, I don't know, seeing eye to eye.
You're more my sister than they are to me, Dusa. I don't always agree with Lord Hades, but I'm thankful that they're not permitted in this house.
It'd be pretty crazy.
Look, I understand. I really do.
It'd be pretty crazy if Electo and Tisiphone were allowed in the house. Murder. So, what?
Seriously.
Interesting. I don't think they were doing that little chatter before. Okay, we do have fish to turn in.
Here's what I caught lately.
So that gives us a little bit more on the resources. As for our trade, we could pick up a nectar with a little bit of gems. Yeah, that's probably worthwhile. Let's do it. And as for Nyx?
Nyx, I hate to be a bother, but I wanted to ask you about Chaos once again. Won't you at least try to reach out to them?
It is for Chaos to reach out to me if they wish to reacquaint themselves with me. Now, child, it would please me if we spoke no more of this for now.
Interesting. So we know that Nyx was one of the first gods or goddesses to come into existence. And so therefore Nyx has a bit of a relationship with Chaos, the original creator of the world.
I see. I'm sorry to have troubled you.
But yeah, it seems that things are a little more complicated than that. As for upgrades at the mirror, we picked up a little bit of darkness here, and we have not yet been able to afford Fated Authority here, which we are very close to being able to do. Just need 51 more darkness to do, so that might be something we could pull off with one more run. Other than that, though, we head over here. No, Skelly? Huh. Okay, so we will definitely be on the lookout to try to successfully finish a run with the fists here, but as I was saying, I think that the sword, spear, shield, and maybe to a certain extent the bow as well, just come a little more naturally to me than the fists do. So it's going to be a little bit of a barrier for me personally, at least, but I'm hoping that with a little bit of luck and, well, yeah, some good boons as well, then hopefully we can find ourselves having a successful run with those. But investigate the infernal arms? Okay. What's the deal?
What blazes?
Huh? Excuse me?
Coronact, is this what you really are?
Oh! Okay. Coronact. Aspects of the heart-seeking bow. So we have aspect of Zagreus, and then a whole bunch of other aspects that look like they are locked right now. And then this is what we use the Titan Blood for. Okay, so to unlock these new, basically, versions of these weapons. So, start things off, this is level 0, so I don't think we're getting anything on the base bow, but could have some critical attack chance going forward if we were to upgrade it here. Otherwise, lots of options. Max shots per special, bloodstone drop time. Oh, your cast loads bloodstones into your next attack, firing on impact. So it's like a combo attack plus special. That sounds amazing. This one's all mysterious. We don't know yet. It will reveal new aspects to their bearers when the fates decide. Okay. So that's interesting. And we can actually see, oh, there's something in that bottom corner there. We can also see 0 successful escapes with the bow. That is also something that perhaps we should make a point of doing. And if we check out the shield, also haven't done it yet with the shield. Okay. So definitely more to explore here in the future. It seems like every one of these weapons does have options for us to unlock. 0 successful attempts with the spear as well. We just done them all with the sword. Apparently we've done them all with the sword. So there you have it. Apparently the sword comes very naturally to me. The other weapons, not so much. So for that reason, we'll need to make a bit more of a point of trying to go with the other weapons. Have we done anything with the railgun? We have. So the answer is, for the most part, sword thus far. To a lesser extent, the rail. But okay. That gives us a lot. I mean a lot to experiment with going forward. What does Skelly have to say about all this?
So the strangest thing happened while you were out, boy, yo. One of your weapon holder things back there, it picked up this eerie glow. Could see it from the corner of my eye.
Yeah. Does that have something to do with what we were just seeing there? The aspects?
Calm down, Skelly. I'm sure whatever it is perfectly normal for a legendary semi-sentient Titan-slaying weapon from the dawn of time.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Don't worry about it, right?
That's just it. Those weapons of yours, they have seen some real business, pal. You're giving them a real workout, so maybe they're starting to like you or something. Loosening up a bit, you know, like you and me.
That's an imaginative theory, mate.
I suppose so. So yeah, I think what happens is that once you have used each of the weapons on a run, that's when these aspects unlock. Because we took a while to unlock both the rail and the fists. And so only now are we getting a chance to truly unlock their potential. And once we get a little more Titan Blood, we actually have 10 of it, we could start to upgrade them quite a bit. So we have that to look forward to next time. However, for now, let's just hop on through here.
Not a chance.
And so thank you guys again for watching this time around. Hope you had fun. Of course, didn't quite have a successful run this time around, or at least not as successful as the last go round. Couldn't take down Hades. We blew through a few too many of our Death Defiances against the Minotaur, or Theseus and the Minotaur, and I think even earlier in Elysium as well. Did we even lose one in Asphodel? We might have. So, like I said, it's going to take a bit more practice on the fists to pull that one off, but hopefully with a little bit of luck and some better play, we can get it done. So, with that, I'll catch you guys next time. We'll see if we can make our way back to Mom.